What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and today we are going to continue on with Sleep is Cancelled 30 Scariest Videos Ever Captured, just in case there is most likely part 1 in season 3. I'm just not quite sure which playlist this video falls into because we're in season 4 and there's a lot of videos that that are like 2 hours long, and I cut them in parts. So I make different videos for one video to react to. So with that being said, we're going to continue on. It says number 10, and we have about roughly 20 minutes left. So let's just finish this video and see what Sleep is Cancelled has in store. Let's go.
Leanne Wilkinson, the YouTuber who uploaded this video, only has 17 subscribers and one video on her channel, and yet the video has gone viral with over 50,000 views. Please take a look. You won't believe your eyes.
That's impressive. Oh, you guys.
There is a lot to unpack here. First of all, the clock reads 2:38 a.m., so whatever is happening, the store is closed and empty. Now look, stuff flying off the shelves, oranges rolling on the floor, and the door to the cold storage is shaking as if someone wants to come out. Would you go shopping in this haunted store?
Hey, forget about Wally World. Let's go to Haunted Supermarket. Shoot, that was very interesting. Okay. It just showed up. It just showed up. All right. My Roomba just started. But anyway, it's probably my girlfriend controls it. Oh, geez. But anyway, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the Roomba. That is very impressive. And just because, this is not one of those people that are just putting up paranormal on tape repeatedly over and over and over, because at some point I start thinking like, okay, are you trying to find a solution? Are you trying to find help? Or are you just capturing to put content? Because then if it's content, I question whether or not it's authentic. But this person just uploaded one video and possibly has 17 subscribers just because they want to see more. But this person doesn't have the intention to show more. Like, they just showed what they have, created a YouTube channel to show that one video, and they got over 50,000. Jeez, that is impressive. It gives me a bit of that authenticity to it also, because this person is not really interested in doing content. They're just showing what they captured, which is paranormal caught on tape. So, with that being said, I am going to turn off the Roomba while the video is playing. Let's go.
Imagine you work in a hardware store and something begins to throw everything off the shelves. You would be justifiably angry with such an apparition.
Pero es que mira, se cayeron esas madres, ¿eh? Y luego se empezó de todos lados, güey. De todos lados empezó a caer este pedo. De todos lados, güey. ¿Sí te fijas?
¿Qué es
de todos
eso?
lados empezó a caer este desmadre. No sé qué chingo está pasando, pero... No sé qué. qué hacer, si mandas ahora sí al padre o a ver qué pasa, o a ver qué pasa, padre.
Hice una pausa
Vete a
porque
la
me entró
verga.
una llamada cuando el aerosol se cae.
Vete a la verga. Vete a la verga.
Aquí ya quería
Ay, ay.
salir corriendo, pero me
Chinga su
aguanté.
madre. Hijo de su puta madre. Me cayó el pinche celular, vale verga. Se madrió. Y se abrió la pinche puerta del baño. Ni vergas, güey. No hay nada. Eso fue lo que más me sacó de onda, güey, porque no sé qué chingados se
La puerta
estará
del refri
pasando,
se
o a ver
abre.
qué mandas o qué. Vete a la verga. No, vete a la verga. Ya chinga tu madre, puto fantasma de mierda. Vete a la verga, güey.
First, the spray can falls off the shelf.
Oh shit.
Then the bathroom door opens. Do ghosts have to use the toilet? And finally, the ghost decides to look for a snack, opening the refrigerator door. The store employee is obviously not happy about it.
All right, you know what? For you guys who don't know Spanish, this guy sounded authentically disturbed. Obviously we shouldn't expect people that are experiencing paranormal activity to be paranormal investigators. Like they don't really know, what to do to get a good, view to show or to share their captures, right? So this is the perfect example. Like it seems like this guy is experiencing authentic poltergeist activity even though he dropped his phone, he picked up a phone call, there's like a pause in between the videos and stuff like this. But when that fridge opened, that dude's soul came out of his body. Um, I'm sorry to say, but even though he sounded authentically disturbed, we need more information or a better view or for him to keep his composure, even though it's very difficult for regular people to keep composure during paranormal activity. But to conclude that this is paranormal, we need more.
This video will leave you clutching at your pearls. Don't watch alone. The video shows the unfortunate moment a man is violently attacked by a phantom, which seems to have been waiting patiently for him to come round the corner. Going for his neck, slamming him against the wall, and then attempting to pull him away from the camera, where who knows what was going to be done. Fortunately, the man got free of its hold and made a run for his life. But unfortunately, it is shown that the phantom followed suit. What did this man do to piss off the spirit so badly? Can you take a guess?
All I'm going to say is that this is completely fake. When the guy was running away, he was running in place. I feel like I've seen the same exact movement on Mad TV. Jim Carrey. uh, uh, video's fake. I believe this was orchestrated. Just one of those people trying to create a viral video so they could get their 5 minutes. And yeah, I don't believe it.
When out for a stroll through Greenfield, California, the last thing you want to encounter is the presence of something checking you out while you're checking out the sights. However, this guy just got unlucky. See what he saw.
And it moves. I'm sorry, you guys. I paused it because I want to make sure that that this is trees and not bushes. right? Like in California, they have, obviously, yay height bushes all over the place. This seems like if it's bushes, it doesn't seem like it's trees. Because right now, from the point, from this position, this guy's showing us, it looks like that is a tree line, and that's a giant. But let's continue.
The video is short, but creepy enough to give us the chills, as the footage shows what looks in the distance to be a darkened figure of a humanoid creature watching from afar, as though it was checking out its next prey. We don't have a clue what or why this creature is, or why it was so interested in the owner of the video, but we do know that everything points to this being proof of other humanoid creatures amongst mankind. What would you do in this situation?
Hey, sleep is canceled. You are one of my favorite content creators, but you are way off. That's just a guy walking. Like, this is not a humanoid figure. It's just a human. That was just a person. And the guy, we can't even tell if it's looking at the guy with the camera. It could be looking at the opposite direction, and the guy just saw this and was recording a random person. Like, we've seen a lot of Karen videos, and Karens don't like to be recorded. So, even if the guy was looking at the camera guy, it was probably getting frustrated because this is California, and we know that California people are very sensitive with being recorded. Let's just leave it at that.
Wait, what did we actually catch on camera? In this Siri video, things get scarier as the ghost grabs a young girl by her hair, making the scene even more tense. The ghostly encounter becomes more intense as the ghost of that desperate woman, who might have something to do with the girl's hair, does something strange. It climbs up the walls. Defying gravity with a weird kind of power to move quickly without holding and grasping anything. The sight of the ghost going up the walls adds fuel to the fire, really keeping viewers on the edge. Then, in a surprising turn, the ghost suddenly tosses the girl down, as if the ghost really has some bad issues with her. The video captures this scary moment really well, showing the ghost's creepy power over the physical world. The video leaves everyone watching in shock and confusion, making them wonder about the ghost's nature and what happens to the girl.
So, this video is AI. That's all I'm going to say. Debunked.
While exploring the woods at night in search of a thrill, this brave soul is unfortunate enough to come across something that completely shatters their bravery and sends them running. This is what they saw. The location of the video is unknown, but it's clearly taken in the forest, late at night. The video shows a person walking through the woods with only a torch, until his gaze falls upon two wide glowing dots of a pale and deformed creature on a tree as it stalks its prey. This sends the person recording running for their lives right before he cuts. What was that out there in the woods? Was it a Wendigo, a humanoid creature deformed from its constant snacking on humans? And did the person make it out of the woods alive? At this point, we can only hope so.
So, just to throw it out there, I apologize for everybody who have seen these videos and I'm just bursting your bubble and, because you guys believed it. But me being a paranormal investigator and being within the field for 20 years, I have a lot of experience, and this is one of the reasons why I like reacting and recording and putting out content for you guys, because there is an abundance of paranormal caught on tape videos out there in the ether net, and people are falling for it. And unfortunately, there are what I call paranormal victims, regular people experiencing paranormal activity that don't know what to do. And due to the fact that there are videos like this out there, they don't believe nothing. They're true hardcore skeptics, and the people that are suffering has to suffer in silence per se, right? So that's another reason why I do reaction videos. But this video, I do believe in cryptids. I do believe in different um beings, different, there's aliens, there are Bigfoots, there are Loch Ness Monster, Yowies, Wendigos, Skinwalkers. Yes, I do believe that they exist. Now, whether or not they look like this is up for question, but we saw way too little to make that conclusion. So, with that being said, I leave it up to you guys. Please put it in the comment section. I would love to know whether or not you guys believe this was an actual cryptid. Identification of the cryptid is unknown, but do you guys believe this was a real cryptid caught on tape?
It seems these ghost enthusiasts have gotten a handful when they encounter the strangest things on their stay at a haunted hotel. Watch this.
Yeah. I swear to God, something's just touched me head.
Seriously?
Honestly.
Well, it wasn't me.
Felt like cobwebs across my head. Come and join us. Can you come and knock on our door, please?
Right, we're in here. If there's anybody in here, can you make a noise for us? Thank you very much.
Can you do that again, please?
Thank you very much. Hi guys, we've just heard 3 very loud, distinctive knocks on the door.
Got her.
I think they were a baby. Sure they were a baby.
She must have been to fit in that.
What? What?
No way. Let's go over there. Tell us what you're into. Do you tell us who's knocking? There's knocking in the room that we're in now.
Guys, we're watching, yes. Where's that coming from?
Outside. Out the door, outside. Are you comfy in that box?
Release. Cannot appear.
What's beeping?
Tina. Tina.
The video itself is a whirlwind of creepiness, as the group studies and captures some interesting footage of paranormal activity. The voice of a child can be heard in the background yelp, almost as though asking for help.
Oh, something's touched me head. I swear to God, something's just touched me head.
The girls receive an uninvited guest at their hotel room when a loud knock can be heard from the outside.
Tell us what you're into. Do you tell us who's knocking?
But there is no one present to answer. Soon the team are at the bar, speaking to the spirits through the ghost box and getting certain replies which affect the environment around them. Release is the first they get, and suddenly, the temperature around the box drops quickly.
Box, and just seconds later, this happens.
Cannot appear.
What's beeping?
It even gets worse because soon, the ghost box says the name of one of the girls present, literally shocking and freaking everyone out.
Tina. Tina.
And while there isn't much shown across the video, it still gives off the vibes of a very realistic and spooky experience, doesn't it?
Oh man. Hey, you guys, I promise I'm gonna go and collect every paranormal investigating video paranormal caught on tape. I'm gonna create my own paranormal caught on tape videos, but it's only paranormal investigators. I love seeing paranormal investigators out in the field because one is educational for me. I always say this. And two, it's most of it is authentic. But what I'm going to put out there is what I believe is real paranormal caught on tape by paranormal investigators. I promise I'm going to work on that video and I'm going to put it out there for you guys. And this is going to be one of them because that is freaking interesting. The only issue that I have is that I understand that not everybody reacts the same when they are experiencing paranormal activity. A lot of times it's very, like when something happens, you get really excited and everything. Sometimes, the mind plays tricks on you and your animosity is high and you just don't know how to act. But I implore you paranormal investigators, I just have to say this. If there is activity going on, try and keep your composure because there might be more to it. And just with you guys reacting, it said my name, yes, it said your name. Very interesting. But you're breaking investigation for that to give a reaction. Like you could, keep it going, keep the investigation going, keep your composure, all of that. Oh, like that coolness. You could leave it for later when you guys are taking a break or reviewing your evidence. But yeah, definitely let's keep on going. I really like this one.
The Japanese are notoriously prone to the idea of life after death, a spirit world, and even demonic spirits, which they call Oni. But were any of these beings ever caught on camera? Well, this urban explorer believes he captured exactly that in the scary video you're about to watch. He is quite popular in Japan, and his channel, Clipstore Official, brings us plenty of paranormal videos full of hauntings and other unexplained shenanigans. In this video, he's gone off to inspect a haunted house that looks almost lived in, with objects still stored, and some of them even tossed around carelessly. In fact, it looks very much like a crime scene. A calendar on the wall shows us that the place was abandoned in 2007. But why? Why did the people who live here decide to leave this place so quickly? An expensive disc player has also been left behind, leading us to believe that whoever left this place was not worried about saving their equipment. The carpet looks old, but expensive, and it's still in relatively good shape. Slippers on the stairs make it clear that whoever was here before did not intend to disappear so quickly without a trace. Ghost hunting can be a dangerous activity. Many of the abandoned places that urban explorers search are not really abandoned, and sometimes one has to be far more afraid of the living than the dead. Clipstore calls out to make sure nobody's hiding upstairs. The upstairs rooms are messy. Somebody has been here looking for something. Everything is in disorder and chaos. An old notebook and a knife stand out on a single coffee table. This amidst all the debris and rubbish piled up upstairs. Somebody besides Clipstore has been here. And what did they need the knife for? A curious-looking altar with incense burners and bells has been set up alongside all the rubbish. This is absolute proof that somebody has been living amongst this mess, and it's not the original inhabitants. The number of valuable objects, like the radio downstairs and the incense upstairs, makes it perfectly clear that this supposedly abandoned house is actually inhabited. But who would live in such a mess? Clipstore decides to stay a while and see if anybody shows up. But after a wait, it is also very evident that nobody is coming back. But just as he's about to leave the place, his camera captures a chilling sight that leaves his audience absolutely terrified. Take a look. There. Do you see it? A pair of feet descending from the ceiling. Look carefully. Those feet at the top of the stairs. Where do they come from? They're not attached to anything or anyone. Or are they? Do you think Clipstore really captured the ghostly apparition that is trapped in that creepy place? Or was someone simply ready to jump on him? Let us know what you think about this one in the comments section.
This might be racially insensitive. But that could have been somebody. We all know how athletic and all ninjas stuff karate guys. They're very much athletic, and Asian people are, kings to it. That could have been a person. But I did notice it the first time around. The only thing is that due to it was on regular speed and the movement of the camera plus the shadow coming in, that's why I almost paused it to review it, but then Sleep is Canceled did it for me. But yeah, that was definitely somebody descending. I just wish we knew what was on top. Right? Because due to him doing like a selfie view already descending the stairs, we didn't see if there was like a landing there and somebody is trying to come down. So yeah. That's unfortunate that it stops there, but let's keep it going.
Mirrors, often seen as portals to another realm, hold mysteries beyond our understanding. And the scary video you're about to watch might prove just that. You see, sometimes, if you stare at it for long enough, you might find something more than your own image staring back at you. Watch closely.
Ooh, it moves. I don't think the person noticed.
There, inside the mirror, something unexpected and inexplicable makes an appearance. The person filming seems as taken aback as we are, hinting at an unforeseen encounter. At first, the mirror appears normal, but a closer look reveals something. What's your take on this mysterious figure? Is it another capture of shadow people, or something else? Have you heard of the Aztec god of the underworld, Tezcatlipoca, also known as the god of the smoking mirror? This Aztec god, known for being a god of mischief and darkness, is said to appear to the faithful inside dark, obsidian mirrors. Then, there are the numerous legends of the demons and evil spirits that can be summoned using mirror rituals, Bloody Mary, Candyman, and the Demon of the Three Kings ritual. Throughout history, figures like the renowned wizard John Dee, Nostradamus, and Pythagoras have harnessed the enigmatic power of black mirrors to peer into the future. Their legacy reminds us of the profound significance mirrors hold in the mystical realm. When something shows itself within a mirror, it might not be just an anomaly. It could be a call for your undivided attention. What secrets could this latest apparition be trying to share? Let us know your thoughts.
So, I mean, yes, I do believe, and yes, the mirror dimension is real, but I believe that the way it works is if you have two mirrors facing each other, creating that endless loop into darkness. And with your intentions and will to communicate or to conjure something, you see something in one of the repeated reflections when you have two mirrors together. PSA, that is not for you guys to try. It could be very dangerous, just like a Ouija board. I never recommend anybody using a Ouija board. There are other ways to communicate, and a Ouija board should be the last thing, or not even part of the list, because a Ouija board is a communication board which opens up a door and you do not know who's coming in. Same thing with the mirror treatment, therapy, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, be careful, you guys.
The Ouija is perhaps the most dangerous tool used to contact the spirit realm. Once you open it up, you are opening a portal that goes directly into the other side. And it is next to impossible to predict who you will be contacting, be it ghost, spirit, or demon. Mary Shapiro and her friends did not expect to open a doorway to a spirit named Fear, but they did, and it didn't end well for them. Take a look.
Are you human? Then what are you?
Notice the glass table is shaking.
Why?
Or somebody is slamming on that keyboard.
You. What do you want?
So I'm gonna pause it right here. This person is doing it right. Because honestly, you're not supposed to put pressure on the planchette or whatever this is. I mean, a planchette is different looking, but there's a lot of different versions of this. But you're not supposed to put pressure on the planchette. You are barely touching it, basically like almost hovering, because the planchette moves with your intent energy. And this person, you can see, it's really free floating. This person seems a little bit stiff. I could be wrong from this view, and this person is doing it correctly also, because just the tip of these two fingers is touching it. You would think this finger and this finger are the ones that's supposed to be placed, just like both of them, but she's actually touching it with this finger and this finger, and you can see that it's a little bit bent, which means she doesn't have pressure on it. This finger seems a little stiff, sorry.
Are you okay? Are you okay? I told you that stuff's real. You can't play with that.
There is a lot to uncover here. When Mary asked if you are dead, the spirit said no. Also, when asked if he's a human, no again. What are you? I am you. What does that mean? How can the spirit claim to be Mary herself? The answer makes sense when the spirit reveals its name as Fear. He is the fear that exists within Mary.
Are you okay? Are you okay? I told you that stuff's real. You can't play with that.
What was that?
I have no idea. I'm not touching it again.
What? I mean...
What was that?
I mean, yeah. Oh, okay.
Very clearly, the folks using the Ouija board were not expecting a loud noise to break their concentration. But was it an accident? It's hard to believe it's a coincidence. And in Mary's next video, it becomes even more evident that there is more to this Ouija than meets the eye.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Mary's husband Philip finds the table where the Ouija was placed to be moving by itself. And it is now that we must remember that nobody who was playing with a Ouija said goodbye or did the banishment ritual. A ritual that is supposed to make sure that the portal to the spirit realm is closed. So it is very clear something stayed behind. How will they banish it now? Well, they didn't. And this happened. How can you explain this strange footage other than poltergeist activity? Will you mess around with a Ouija board after watching this? Let us know.
All right, you guys. So that was perfect because I was talking about, with the mirror video, I was talking about Ouija boards. And yeah, you know what? If that video, the night that they were using the Ouija board, was how they ended it, they done effed up big time because they didn't close the board properly. And honestly, could that be orchestrated? Yes. He didn't really open because it seemed like that that furniture, the square box looking thing. It seemed like it's like a storage. So who's not to say there's somebody in there? Now, this is just me thinking that maybe somebody wants to create a paranormal call on tape using Ouija boards just to go viral. But if this is real, that could very well be the case because they didn't close the door and they were talking to somebody with the Ouija board. So PSA, you guys, don't use the Ouija board, especially if you don't know how to use it properly. Because yeah, when you go to a store to buy a Ouija board, it should be against the law to sell it to children 8 in age. Yes, fine. We understand that ain't no children the age of 8 and I don't know, 15, 17, 18, a kid that wants to work and earns their own money is not going to be able to buy it themselves. It's going to be the parents buying it for them. And I don't know any logical, common sense thinking parent is going to buy a Ouija board for their children. Because honestly, I asked this question on social media, what is a Ouija board used for as a toy? I have yet gotten an answer to it. But safe to say that this is not a toy. Safe to say that depending on your intent using the Ouija board, you're going to get a response. And whether or not that response is a good response, it's completely up to you. But if you decide to use a Ouija board and something negative happens, you need to close the door. You need to end that communication and do it properly. So, you guys, please be careful with the Ouija board. Until then, if you guys are enjoying yourselves, please do what you're doing. You like the channel, hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.